What is your message, Mr. Khan?
My name is Khan, and I'm not a terrorist.
Film superstar Shah Rukh Khan stars with multiple award winner Kajol in My Name is Khan, reuniting one of cinema's most highly regarded screen partnerships. With the major release planned worldwide, India's most successful director Karan Johar is taking Bollywood in a new direction.
I think there was definitely a perception that we're a singing, dancing nation. You know, that's all we do. We make love stories that have songs, we sing and dance, and that's all we do.
We like to impress with, big set pieces and have fun and color. It should be awe-inspiring. It should be something you want to be. It should give you hope about the goodness of life.
I think the word Bollywood really comes from the UK, I think. That came out of the terrible 80s. Not all of us are very happy about it, but unfortunately we've had to live with that. And we've had to fight that perception for a large amount of time.
Things were completely different. We were very insulated. We didn't have too much of an exposure to how the international film scene functions. Except film watching, we never really tried to emulate or even imbibe or absorb certain theories of filmmaking that were prevalent there. I think as the audience became more and more global, there was no choice for Bollywood but to imbibe all of that and of course retain their own culture and flavor.
There is this whole system that you watch a Chinese film because there's kung fu in it. So you watch an Indian film because they're going to be singing and dancing in it. And I find a lot of Western people asking me sometimes, "Do you guys make like other kind of cinema?" And I tell them, yeah, there's some real great stuff coming out of here. It's very interesting and very different, and times are changing. So I'm sure there is a Western audience who, when you ask a question like this, I'm assuming that they would like to see a different kind of cinema also from this country.
The endeavor was not to reach out to a global audience. The endeavor was to make a very honest human drama. But when we wrote it, finally, we realized that this is one of those films that's a one-off, that it can appeal to your domestic base and to your diaspora, but also go beyond that.
I was like, Karan, are you sure you want to make this? Because he has largely restricted himself in the earlier films to have a certain tone, to have a certain look for his films, which was considered to be the Karan Johar style of filmmaking. And no matter how much he deviated within the content, these were certain factors that he always held on to. Somehow he seemed very keen on letting go of even those with My Name is Khan, and that kind of alarmed me initially. But now when I look back, I feel it's been a completely natural progression. I mean, and he is totally following his heart and his head.
It's something completely different from what he normally does. So I think this is definitely a different step away completely from screenplay-wise, script-wise, topic-wise, from what he normally does.
We knew that this was special. Not every film can be this, and I may not make another for a while. So this one has what it takes to reach out.
This one is based on reality. It is a journey film. It doesn't have songs. It doesn't have singing and dancing. It doesn't have set pieces. It's not shot to impress. So it's very new for us.
There's a certain global point of view this film has, and Shah Rukh has a disorder. He has Asperger's syndrome, which is high functioning autism, and we had to project that in a very real way. So Shah Rukh essentially hasn't done a role like this, definitely not with me, and definitely Indian cinema hasn't seen a disorder with a certain amount of research and a certain amount of honesty. So it is different for not only Shah Rukh and I, but it's also different, I think, for Indian cinema in a certain sense. Action! The last 7 or 8 years has changed a lot, even internally. I think we've given our films more structure, more narrative, far more, if I may call it that, a far more global standard of filmmaking that's taken place.
And I also think, and I'm sorry I'm using some other film, but Danny's a friend, he won't mind. But I think Slumdog has helped, create a bit of a platform. People think it's an Indian film, it's not. But there is this whole vibe that, films from India can be, films shot in India or made by a huge talent of India like A.R. Rahman or Anil Kapoor and all the guys who participated, has an international feel to it. I think, there will be a lot for a Western, non-traditional audience to appreciate in a film like this.